these stories that over and over and over again. So I did 25 stories myself as a producer that were 4 minutes long. And I'm like sort of I'm really getting the hands-on experience.
But I can say that I believe in the power of storytelling, and I believe in the power of art to change the world. And I think what Almasi is doing in their mission to, train, support upcoming playwrights, actors, television writers, filmmakers, I think it's an incredibly valuable thing that they are doing, because I do think that sort of, artists are the conscience of a culture and a society, and any society sort of benefits from these voices.
The biggest lesson for me is that sort of liberation and flexibility that, it's okay to stage, it's okay to be creative in a certain way that is in service to the story.
Working alongside a group of talented peers and Almasi Collaborative Arts, for me, it means that I have a support group to bounce my ideas off. I think going forward after the workshop, I'm going to get into a period of working on the film ideas that I was pitching in the workshop. So I think having the input from Ezra and from different colleagues during the week will help shape what my documentary film will become.
Just tell me from Monday morning when you showed up to here till now, how was your thoughts about this change?
I think you've spoken about building relationship, and which is something that I've really been gravitating towards, to say maybe build a relationship and actually get more of the struggles of what she's going through.
It really is contingent upon you to know what you're having, to really think out the elements of the story you need, because that's going to drive you to keep making the decisions that are pushing you, to get what you need. But because if you know, again, you're just going to sort of get some stuff and go. But that's sort of why it's so important to be buttoned up with what you're trying to do from the beginning.
What? Really? How many times have you taken blood from Parker Center out to a crime scene?
This process has been nothing short of amazing, man. The fact that I got to hang out for a full week with an Oscar award-winning filmmaker of the caliber of Ezra Edelman is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. His insight into storytelling, filmmaking, and just his process, and it was also very immersive in how we went about it. It was great. It was everything and more.
I approach documentary and fiction way differently.
You're a very smart dude, you're a very talented dude, you have a comedic background. It sort of helped birth this really crappy multi-episodic documentary, boom, where all of a sudden people were going to pitch things. They're like, it's a 3-part thing. How do you know it's a 3-part thing? You gotta start making the thing.
I've recently been working on other people's stuff, which I have no creative control over. So I think for me, this is very important because I'm trying to find myself, trying to find what I like, what I was
What I've realized or learned during the course of this workshop is there are ways of telling stories that can resonate globally, with people worldwide. And I think it's up to us as storytellers to investigate and explore more, to deepen our understanding of the subject, to get to the bottom of some of these themes that can resonate with our stories on a global scale.
The most significant and surprising realization that I've had through this workshop is that documentaries take time to make. It doesn't have to be a rush process. Do proper research, and your documentary should be driven by character. It should have a narrative, and it should have action.
Almasi has given us an opportunity to come together, which would have not been possible under any other circumstances, which I'm very grateful for. To meet other people, other filmmakers from Zimbabwe has really inspired me to continue on my journey, to feel that I am not alone. And having this workshop led by Mr. Ezra Edelman, who is so accomplished, has been an amazing experience. He manages to inspire confidence and self-belief in us by being vulnerable about his own experiences as a filmmaker.
Rachel actually wanted to make a story. It's a film, so then she sort of like understood that, gave us access, and she was very kind. But there are a lot of ups and downs because she's also dealing with serious pain, serious health issues.
So think of this way also as you're saying this. Imagine like you're in process, like in how you can document this. Again, I don't know like how you communicate with her, if it's by phone, if like you even have the ability sometimes to like do a Zoom. If she's like, if there's a day where you're gonna shoot and she can't shoot because she doesn't feel well, like shoot it, document it so I can understand like the process you're going through with this person. Like this is what you sort of need to do.
An idea is just not enough. You need outside voices, you need outside ideas to flesh out what you had. Because if you have an idea, basically you just have a skeleton. But when you start talking to each other, when you start talking to other people about your idea, you start picking some ideas from them that then builds up to a fully fledged thing. As the Almasi motto says, "Kudzidza akuperi." I have been learning a lot, and I came here with my idea, but where I am right now, I'm kind of really changing and tweaking certain things about what I initially had. So this is quite important to workshop and to develop and to grow.
Churches are booming. Where you used to see industrial sites, all of them are churches now.
Since I am also an educator, I think I'll take some of the lessons and embed them in some of the courses that I teach. I also think that the students that I teach will benefit from this. I will definitely have a workshop or two where I can transfer the knowledge and skills that I learned during this workshop.
You can see how much goes into me making a film narratively and visually.
I think this is more main story to tell.
One thing I've learned during this workshop is that the challenges unique to filmmakers in Zimbabwe in some ways are no different from the challenges that filmmakers have in any country, which are you have to acquire a certain skill set, learn how to tell a story, understand the sort of stages of documentary from pre-production to production to editing. So the fact that Almasi is here to lend support and lend training to a generation of artists sort of only serves, I mean, they're doing an invaluable service.